Hi guys, it's Lexus. Welcome back to my channel. Today we are talking all things Renaissance fair, from what it takes to survive the day, finding outfits, and how to navigate the map. Let's get started. Alright, so step one is finding which fair that you are going to partake of. So you can go online and on Instagram, Facebook, just start doing your research, determine which ones in your area that you like, read reviews, watch other vlogs, watch TikToks about it, whatever it takes for you to get a good grip on where you want to go. But now you're planning your trip. You've picked out when you're going to go. How will you survive the day? It's very important because most Renaissance fairs notoriously are in the summer into fall. It's usually pretty hot. Depending on if it's humid in your area or in Las Vegas, it's just hot as the surface of the sun. You need to keep that in mind because you are going to be dressed not really seasonally appropriate. Like what I'm wearing now, but in 112-degree weather. They do not usually allow for outside food or drink. So you're going to need to make a beeline to whatever you can get your hands on, be it water, mead, whatever you can find. Staying hydrated and staying cool is very important. Backstory, many years ago, I went with my friend, Mary. She had a heat stroke. She was extremely sick, but didn't want to ruin the day because it was quite the drive up there and also didn't feel like getting back into a car at that point. So I left her with pirates.
Come again?
There was this little shop and these people that are pirates and they wanted to take her in. So they put her in the back on their cot, put her in front of the fan. I got her water and I checked on her throughout the day as I walked around with the man that would become her husband one day. And that was their first date. And she had heat stroke and was taken care of by pirates. But ever since then, I have remembered how important it is to stay hydrated and stay cool and not let all of the leather and fur and velvet get to you, because it's certainly a choice to do this during the summer. Also, to survive the day, you're going to be able to carry things around, but not necessarily do you want to carry a backpack that takes you out of the fantasy. They'll let you bring in things to carry so that you can have credit cards, money, lip gloss, whatever it is, little trinkets throughout the day. Also, I would put a little water bottle in this and carry it around and strap this around yourself. Got it all off of Amazon. And also, just so that you don't have any scams or swashbucklers to deal with, this helps so that they cannot scan your cards. Looks Renaissance fair appropriate. Don't have your identity stolen, folks. It's not fun. Last tip for surviving the day, footwear. You are going to be walking around a lot, outside, sweating. It is not the time to wear something cute. You're gonna get it dusty, muddy, whatever ends up happening in your day. So wear something on theme, but that you've broken in, you're comfortable with. But these are my Renaissance shoes. I keep them because I know they're gonna last me through the day. If anyone's looking at your feet, that's probably just their thing. You don't have to pander to them. So just get something comfortable, please. Your feet will thank you for it. My weary travelers, it's time to navigate the map. When you enter a Renaissance festival, it can be confusing, difficult, and you really won't know how to spend your time. It can be a bit overwhelming, so I'm going to teach you how to navigate. As the map opens up to you, you need to pay attention. The first shops that are going to be around the entrance are ones that they have paid the most to be there, but that does not mean they are the most quality. I usually pass on by. Establish where food and drink can be, where you can find things that are wares that you would be interested in. If you do want to see a show, it's like when you go to the airport and you see that your gate's there. Take a little walk, see where the show is so that you know how much time it's going to take to get there from wherever you are. I really like to do a walkthrough. So I walk through and I don't buy anything. I just do a little stroll. I make sure that I've got all my bases covered so that I see everything, so then I can start going back to whatever shops I found the most interesting and make my purchases. If not, you'll blow your load immediately. You'll buy things, get further into the map, and see that you would have much rather spent money there. Just do a walkthrough. It's also good if you are walking through and you see shows going on that run again later and you were planning on seeing, because you can see how popular they are, what kind of crowd they're amassing. You can hear if the crowd seems to be loving it, and then you can see if it's a waste of time or not. It's not considered bad form if you're watching a show to just dip. I've done it before. A lot of people do it. Come and go, watch the show, don't watch the show. But many of the shows are interactive, so if you want to get your quote-unquote money's worth, head towards the front and be super engaged, and they'll likely pick you or at least engage with you at some point. For food and drink, usually they have a main hub, but also places spread out. I always head to the main hub after I've done a little bit of a walkthrough and go ahead and get hydrated and maybe get something to eat before you get too hot. Usually they have areas that are a bit more chill, have misters, have fans, have places with shade. Just start to regulate yourself. You can stay there a lot longer if you take the time to figure out, how do I keep my core body temperature down? Because it can get rough out there. That's how I would navigate the map. The final part of your journey to a Renaissance festival is going to be your costume, which can be very intimidating. You can think that it's going to cost a lot of money, you don't quite know where to start, you don't know what you want to be. The fun thing if you get into Renaissance fairs is that you can go to many. You don't have to just commit to one costume. If you really want to be a maiden, you want to be a knight, you want to be an archer, you want to be an elf, just go to another one. Go another day, have another costume. Don't let opportunity and options cloud your vision. Pick one costume and just make it great. I got this off of Amazon. The other costumes that you've seen throughout this, Amazon, super easy. It's actually much easier now than it used to be when I started, because these types of costumes are pretty easy to find. Whereas before, you were either getting them at the Renaissance fair or waiting for Halloween. There wasn't a lot of options in between. Secondary option is, on your adventure through the Renaissance fair, put together your costume. This can be great for the vendors there. You can go in with a vision. There's going to be lots of different choices, and put together a costume. I actually have a video of doing just that with one of my friends. You can become whatever you want to be by whatever you're inspired by at the Renaissance fair. It's great. Third option, just go in comfortable clothes. You don't have to dress up. There are going to be plenty of people that go to Renaissance fairs and don't dress up. If you're uncomfortable with dressing up, don't have the confidence yet, don't feel like you have the pieces yet, or you just want to get your bearings, just go in normal clothes. Just go in seasonally appropriate clothes with comfy shoes. No one's going to judge. It's honestly a great judgment-free zone. A lot of people are there just to have a good time. They're not particularly worried about it. All right, guys, those are my tips and tricks for navigating the Renaissance fair. Whether it's your first one or you become a seasoned vet, I hope that you found some of these tips and tricks helpful. And if you did, please let me know. Make sure to like, subscribe, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!